Hello everyone. So previously we seen how to structure our API requests and make our API requests from Postman and also from browser. But what if we wanted to create an API where we needed to our server to make the API request? Just like let me show you like this. Our server to make an API request. This is one of the common needs when we are dealing with Node and Express backends. So let's see how we can do this using native Node and Axios. Uh, this is what essentially we are trying to do. We're trying to get our server to make a request to somebody else's server, and they in return will send us a response with the data or resources that we needed, and we can do that to the public API. You can see now the code for this code would look quite a lot if we're gonna if we're going to use node modules or node.js. So we can use HTTP essentially to make the request from our server to reach out from our server to the API provider servers. I recommend instead of using native node module to use something called, let me show you something called Axios. Let's try this. Let's go to the Chrome. This is an npm module as well. Let's go to the Axios. What Axios can do. In this case, we're trying to reach out from our server to the another resource or the on the internet, and it makes the response very simple. It's just like an express. Let me show you. In the same way that Express makes creating our server using Node a lot simpler by simplifying a lot of the commonly used methods and requirements, Axios does pretty much the same thing. Instead of all the code that you saw early on, we pretty much just have these. Let me show you. Mm, oh, there's the go. Here you can see. There you can see the documentation how we can use Axios. Here you go. This is the thing. We're going to use these 5 lines of code to do a lot of things to access the other somebody else's server by the URL and get the response from them. And here you go. If we catch an error, we simply console it or let the user know what the error is or give the user another web page, whatever we want. So let's go to the next concept. So in order to do that, we're going to be using Axios package from the npm, and we're going to using the get method to make a request to a particular API with an endpoint. Just as you would type this into a browser, you can put this into the let me show you. In the previous video I showed you that what is called HTTPS. Awesome selfish, not that one. HTTPS board dog board API. Okay, let's copy this one. This will do. We can get the response from the browser as well. Paste over here. Here you can see we got the response. We get the random activity from the server. That's what it's do. Let me show you the code. This isn't the place to get. Uh, let's go to the project. Mm, Axios. Copy this one. Go to the videos and Angela codes backend. Delete this Axios and paste the new version. Okay, this will do. And I just wanted to delete this one as well because it's useless. Okay, let's go to the browser. I mean, not browser, Visual Studio. Let's close this, close this, close this, close this. Here you go. Mm, to see the code, we're gonna go to the index.ejs. Index.js. Here you can see to use Axios, we're gonna import that Express, not Express, Axios package. We did exactly. Here you go. We use this five lines of code, and we're gonna use await keyword. Do you want me to explain each and every? I mean, let me explain. Just as you would type into this browser, you can put this into the get method, and this is something. This is a promise based, so we can either use dot then, or we can use async wait in order to handle the response. In our case, because we're trying to do is we're trying to render a home page, and we want to provide it with some activity data we can use. Await is actually wait for this to finish and then go ahead and result dot render the index page. Notice that another feature about Axios is when we get JSON, when we get JSON, when we get the JSON data back, we can simply tap into it and it can automatically turn it into a JavaScript object without needing to add extra step, and that is use of JSON.parser. And it also has much better error handling. It makes it a lot easier to group errors together and handle them in one place in your server. But the main reason why we want to use it is because making the request from your server to another server is simplified down to pretty much just one line, right? Here you go. So if we wanted to check it out, head over to the npm and find the package. So you'll get the other information that you wanted to get from this. And here you can see the the Axios is in pretty much popular, and so many software developers are using this in a week. Here's you can see weekly downloads were almost 50 million. That's too much. That's a great number, right? Almost 5 crores people. So let's get to the business. Professional developers use Axios a lot for the purpose that we have just talked about, and also other. And I say We don't always have a reinvent the wheel. We don't always have to reinvent the wheel. We can actually leverage other people's work and make our lives a lot easier. So, as I mentioned, Axios make an allies for all of the most commonly used request methods. So we can saw just now Axios just get they got delete, post, put, patch, and pretty much all of the things that we can do. So let's go to check out the documentation. Here you go. About npm getting started, packing module configuration. I guess I went to them today. There's so much documentation over here because it's pretty much popular and it's been updated to ES6 as you can see. We're importing here unlike we have done in the previous packages. Here we're just importing, and here you can see get method, Axios get method. So here post and so many functions over here. In the here you can see dot then and await. There's a lot more features you can see, and you can learn from the documentation. Let put let try it on exercise. uh, let's go to the Visual Studio so that we put everything that we have learned from the Axios to get our hands-on experience. So first step is to make sure that when a user visits a home page, it shows a random activity. You will need to check out the format of the JSON and response to data and edit the index.egs file accordingly. To check out, first we needed to what we need to do is to change the location over here to the this one. So run out, and here you can see there were no modules. First thing first, we got to install them. PMI, this will do. This will install every module that we need. Here you can see according to the package JSON. Uh, here you can see Axios body parser and EJS Express. Everything's available. This is much. Okay, let's go to the index. And step one is to make sure that when the user visits the home page, it shows a random activity. Here you go. Here you can see already here get method has been set by the provider. So we got to give post request. That's all. First thing first, we got to show to the it shows a random activity. You'll need to check out the format. Okay, here here first thing first, if it's success, then it will have data, and otherwise it will have error. So let's go to the index.ejs. This will do here. First thing first, article and needs to be if there is a locals dot data locals dot data, what it will do, you will figure it out. Needs to be you know looks like I missed some step. Don't worry. So let me finish this. Okay. First thing is I wanna check out the solution. So let's run it. Node mod solution.js. This will do. Let's go to the page. Localhost 3000. This will show the solution. Here you can see there were. Here you can see this is the website we are creating. It's a website called I'm bored. It's going to help you to find something to do when you are bored. When you first load up your home page, when you make the first get request, it's gonna fetch a random activity from the endpoint, which was which was boardapi.abbrewery.com and / random. So this is just a random activity that gets populated into this card. You can see it got the name of the activity, it's got the type of the activities, and also the number of participants in the card. Another that we can do with this website, hitting up a different type. Let me show you. I will select education, and you can give any number of participant people you wish. I guess stop. Okay, any number of participant we wish, and let's hit the go. Here you can see we get take class at the local community, and so it's working fine. And another thing I want to tell you is when you're hitting up a different round, round route on your web server to make a post request and say I just wanted to find an activities that have an education and I needs to be have two participant, and I hit it. Here you can see no activities that match your certificate criteria. Sorry. So this will show if we find an error. This is what it will show. So now this is the cases when we are false. Uh, let's create this one. So I'm just gonna stop the server. To do that, I'm gonna hit the Control C. Here you can see a server also said failed to make a request because there was a status code is 4 not 4. I hope you guys understand. Okay, first step's done, and if there is a local stored data existence over there, what we will show is we're gonna show activity. To do that, we're gonna use this EJS tag. I hope you guys are pretty much familiar with this EJS tags. So we're using over and over again. That's why. Here you go. There needs to be show called activity. That will be what data dot activity, or let's go to the page if you wanted to. Here you done already. You can see activity ACTIVI. So make sure you're not making any typos, otherwise it will show an error. So I'll just copy it. Next thing we want is type. Here you go. We're going to type. Okay, and here you can see that span called participants. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing, and here you're gonna show participants. This needs to be plural, not singular. And here you go. Everything's fine, but there's a catch. If there's an if there need to be an else, right? If this condition is not satisfied, that must be there was we encountered an error. Then what we need to show is an error message. That will be this. And did we did it right? Actually not. Now it's perfect. Let's go to the index.js and let's do the post method as well. First thing first, it's almost like get method. Only change is this one, this one. So let's go over here. Try. I'm just gonna copy it all. Guess it will work. Paco, Paco, champak, champak. Okay, it'll be a good practice if we did it from scratch, right? I'm just going to be gonna copy over here. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, it's like we will encounter another try catch, right? This first we need a syntax. Okay, this will do. So we are gonna be using here, you can see if we read the step 2, it's what it was telling is play around with the drop down and see what gets clogged. Use Axios to make an API request to filter endpoint, making sure you are passing both the type and the participant queries. Okay, we're going to be filtering and we're going to be using what are those is called. In the previous video, we already discussed about query parameters, didn't we? These were the multiple queries. That's all. Multiple query parameters. Okay, let's go. First thing first, let's catch the type. To do that, constant type. Const type equal to request dot body. This will returns the whatever we touch out. Okay. Dot type and constant type after there needs to be participants equal request dot body dot participants. Okay, this will do. After that, you're gonna get the result. We're gonna get the first of all we get the response and after the result. So let's do that. To do that, we're gonna use const response same as ever equal to a wait. What it will do, it will wait until the process is done. Axios dot get, and we're gonna use this one. I'm just gonna copy it. Control plus C and we delete filter, and we're gonna be using what query parameters. The first one is type and type, and for the multiple we're going to use ampersand symbol and next to it participants. Make sure you're not making any typos because I'm making over here above participants. Okay, this will do. We're almost there. The next step is to get the random item from that filtered list, right? Random item from the filtered filtered data. Let's get const result to response dot data. Okay, result dot render index dot ejs, and data will be result and here we're gonna do math dot flow. Looks like this is the math dot flow, and inside math dot random dot result, not result, result, right? Result. We get bunch of filter data. We need to get random data from it. So result dot length th. Make sure no not making any typos. Okay, I'm just gonna copy as it is over here, but I just wanna write it. So whatever, no matter what time, how much time it'll take. So we're gonna use console dot error. This will also failed to make request. Error dot message. Result dot render index dot pjs, and what it will do, error. You can see in this case what we're gonna do, we're gonna show this message, no activities don't match. So I'm gonna paste it in here. Ah, god bless. Okay, looks like this is it for this is it. So let's run the server. Hormone index.js. We show won't get any error. Localhost 3000. Oh, it already get that is L. Here you can see there's a typo. Asle needs to be of go. That's in index.js. Here you go. Already, and run again. Huh. This is saying error is not defined. So there is a mistake again. Oh, poor boy. You're getting errors over and over again. So now that I understand why you're getting, because of this. Control X, and this was the day, right? Control V, and I wish this will work now. Even though it's not working, looks like we made mistake over in this file. Hmm. Error or errors. Here, this is fine. This is fine. Hmm. Checking out where the error is our mission now. Hmm. Okay, let's go to the page and go to the index index.js. JS. Let's check out this one's perfect or not. Math.random, math.flow, I guess there must be error in this line of code. Yep, we found it. Here you go. This needs to be a multiplication symbol, not dot. Here you go. We encountered an error. Uh, Still getting error. Not. So initially, mm, 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 go, go, go. Here we're not getting the content right. There is activity. Maybe I haven't given any. Let's go to the index.js and where it needs to be show over here. That dot go over here. Just copy it and paste here. Guess this will do. And okay, okay. Now it's good. I make another typo. That's why. Okay, this is a random one, and we want to get educational one. Here you go. When I entered, it will say research a topic you are interested in. When I want music, and there needs to be only one participant. This will show make a simple musical instrument. So it's now working, and we did everything we can to make this work. So I hope this video helpful to you. If you do, make sure you hit the like button, and if you wanted to watch content more like this, subscribe to my channel and hit the press bell icon so you'll get notified when I release my next video. Let me show you the overall code in a quick way. You may take screenshots, right? Maybe. I'm trying to providing you in a HD quality way. So this is it for today, guys. In the next video, we're gonna talk about the REST APIs. So for all and more, I'll see you there. Bye.